Welcome to PillowTalks with Victor, where love lingers in words. Tonight's story is about first love, the kind that shapes you, stays with you, and returns in ways you never expect. This is when we were 17. I was 17 the first time I fell in love. Not the kind of love you read in novels or see in movies, but the kind that sneaks in quietly, changing everything before you even realize it. The summer sun was softer that year. The days felt longer, the nights sweeter. And then there was her, always at the center of it all. We rode bicycles down streets lined with trees, our laughter chasing after us like fireflies. Every ice cream cone, every song on the radio, every silly secret, it all felt bigger, brighter, because it was ours. Love at 17 isn't careful. It isn't calculated. It's reckless and pure, burning with the belief that forever starts today. There were nights when we'd sit on the curb outside her house, talking until the stars dimmed into dawn. We spoke about everything: college, dreams, fears we barely understood. And in the quiet pauses, she'd look at me and say, "Promise me, we'll never forget this." I promised. Of course I did. Because when you're 17, forever feels so simple. But forever has its own plans. Graduation caps replaced summer skies. Goodbye. Hugs stretched too long. Different cities, different paths, different versions of ourselves we didn't recognize yet. We tried. Letters, phone calls, late-night messages. But slowly, the silence grew louder, and like so many young loves, ours faded into the background of growing up. I didn't expect to see her again, but life has a way of folding time, of stitching the past into the present, when you least expect it. It was a rainy afternoon, years later. I ducked into a bookstore for shelter, shaking water off my coat, and there she was. Older? Yes. Different? Yes. But in her smile and her eyes, I saw 17 again. We talked like old friends, stumbling at first, then finding that same rhythm we had once known. She laughed at something I said, tilting her head the same way she used to. And just like that, the years between us dissolved. She told me about her life, her travels, her stories. I shared mine, and for a moment, we were those two kids again, sitting under the stars, daring to believe forever was ours. We didn't make new promises that day. We didn't need to, because some loves don't have to last to matter. Some stay as memories, glowing, golden, etched into who you are. When we pretend, I realized something. At 17, I thought love was about holding on. Now I know. Sometimes it's about remembering. If you've ever looked back at a love from long ago and felt the echo of who you were then, you'll understand this story. Because love at 17 isn't about forever. It's about the memory that stays, reminding you of the first time you discovered what your heart could feel. This was when we were 17.